EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Well, we are a week away from Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, but the very best players in the NFL have made the trip out to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Well, a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, McCaffrey. And some room to work. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up third down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to third down and making a play there.
So following a holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 64 yards. And the NFC has taken the early lead. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl, offense. Let's go.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Eluding the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
At the 43-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run in the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers, and Hernandez on the tight end pull. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, 41 yards. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Number 22.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope we'll get to the perimeter.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six, because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the NFC adds on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term, they just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Visitors, nothing.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Flush to his right. The coverage good that time by the NFC defense. Brings up 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Play action. Rodgers. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now instead of coming right back.
And he will score. Touchdown NFC.
Let's go.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return.
25-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He's going to look downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Derrick Henry there to make the grab. And the AFC able to get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10. at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Now a run with McCaffrey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. Potential turning plays. He'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Intercepted. The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Defensively.
They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The AFC going to get the ball first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Demir Bird returning it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The AFC takes over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
47-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they're going to go with a jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. The ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
On first down, it's Henry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 25 on second down, Mahomes. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. On the punt, return of 4, and the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the AFC set to go now, and so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and coming with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. He dumps it off for Henry. They'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Tyreek Hill, incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the 4th. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be caught. Oh, one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, it just envelops it and brings it in.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score our home team 28. Visitors.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense...
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And luckily, one of his teammates able to fall on it, so the NFC will hang on to the football. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And all the way in for the touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the NFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's the Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
this is taken in. It's complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And this results in 6. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the AFC able to cut into the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all to put things to bed. And they'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. And not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And your momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay,
and it's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. This is McCaffrey. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
14.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the AFC will have it 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
He was covered by Jamal.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the AFC able to cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The NFC, they are your winners as we say so long from the Pro Bowl.